Welcome y'all. This is
another Plasticon sticker now.
I'm gonna be doing
a little bit of stickering here of
a laser prime that was
a
gifted
laser
to me.
prime that was gifted to me.
Some of the decals
have already been applied
to
to it, so I'm going to be doing this here shortly.
Um,
Um,
let's see here.
let's see here.
I am just double checking.
I am just double checking to make sure everything is working proper. This is not coming up as a live. Should be coming up live.
Hey,
I think that's up. Let me check.
Hey,
I think that's up. Let me check. I'm going to kill that off so that way I don't have echoing. Let's see here. Bear with me here, guys. I'm setting everything up. I should have comments on. I don't know why I'm not seeing comments. Setting I had messed up. Messed up. I can get this to hit Twitch as well. Just lets me switch between them. Cool, alright, I got chat up. So if y'all want to talk to me while I'm doing this, cool. Freshening things here. My computer's a little slow, so you're just going to have to bear with me.
What happens when I use
old dilapidated technology? Why is the comment section not coming up at all? I'll roll here in a minute. Facebook. It's back in its window. I got everything right out there. About this here. Bam, bam, bam. Let's see here.
So I hope you all have been doing
well. I've been doing a lot of different things lately. Been trying to deal with health issues, things like that. So I've been kind of a little slow on trying to work on videos lately. I've been doing what I can do. It's not easy to do. It's pretty much what I've been doing since I've more or less retired. I haven't, it's pretty much what I do for my life now. I do stuff with toys, and then I turn right back around and try to do what I can to keep the ball rolling, you know. I've been pretty busy doing different things. I noticed that secondary Generation 2 Transformers group has come up. I'm doing what I can to promote them as well, because, you know, the more Generation 2 stuff we have out there, the better. Trying to do what I can to help everybody check out what I've got going on. Like I said, I'm going to be stickering up this Optimus here in a few minutes. I'm just trying to get everything all set up. That way everybody can check out what I got going on. Yeah. So, alright. Let's see here. I'm trying to move this camera over here. That way you guys can see me a little better. And I do have the toy hacks thing brought up, so I'm going to be occasionally looking at it.
Just trying to do what I can.
Just trying to do what I can.
So as you guys can tell,
I've got a Laser Optimus Prime here. It's got the Larkin's Lair upgrade kit on it.
It's really cool.
I will get around eventually and do a whole full-on review of this thing. This is just primarily, like I said, stickering. I've got a lot of stickers here to apply.
Something I do
when it comes to stickering and such, I tend to make sure I actually have a type of mat or something to put down. This is my customization mat. You can tell it's gone through the works, and that's because this thing gets a lot of love. Because it's used primarily for everything I do, no matter if it's cutting things, creating things, painting things, stickering, whatever. This is what I use. Reason I have clear nail polish out here. I'm about to fix the situation with this. My buddy wanted to send me this. He sent me this upgrade kit has a couple of parts here that just set onto the side. They're primarily hip skirts, or not hip skirts, but they're just little fenders, and these need to be attached a little better. I don't like using super glue, because super glue over time can tend to re-adhere, especially if it gets in a hot condition and a cold condition consistently. It breaks the glue down and makes the glue become more solid, and it could eventually seize something. So I really don't suggest that as a option. So I've just got some clear nail polish here that I've had for quite a few years now. It's kind of yellowed, but you know what, that's fine, because this is primarily going to be used just to hold things together. I know some people will use floor wax and stuff like that to tighten things. I tend to use nail polish because nail polish will chip away and it won't damage anything, and that's what I like about it the most. It's definitely a very, very, very good thing. And I'm going to put quite a bit here on this joint. This joint here is a little loose. It's just primarily, it's a 5mm peg is what it is. And when it comes to 5mm pegs, I tend to do what I can to make sure that you build them up. So that way when you do push them in, it won't damage the toy because it's nail polish. It chips off. So it's not going to hurt anything permanently. And it also can be easily removed with nail polish remover. So if you guys have any issues with that, but being transparent, you're normally not going to see that. Plus, nail polish tends to dry fairly quickly, and it's a very decent little way of fixing these sort of things. And like I said, these are for the little fender flares. I actually like the fender flares. I think it's a great little addition. It really kind of brings out more of that G2 side that Laser Prime has. This is probably one of the most solid molds I've seen that's come out of all the modern era stuff. Sadly, I don't have a Toxitron to show you guys. I do happen to have a second Laser Prime, as you guys can see standing right there. That's an unmodified version, and this here will be a modified version, so I'm going to have one of each. It's kind of nice. It's nice to be able to see the difference that a lot of this is going to make between two different. They're pretty much the same toy, just different iterations of said toy. And I'm probably just going to let this nail polish here dry. Get that up out of the way, and we just won't touch those. Now, something I use when I tend to do a lot of these kind of custom things, I use. This is pretty much what's called a. It's used for makeup, but it's a little scraper or spatula, if you will. I use this for a lot of different things. I use it to scrape off glue when I'm using it. This thing is probably one of the most handy tools I've ever used, and it's very good at helping with sticker application because it won't let you.
It'll stick to this, but it won't.
It'll stick to this, but it won't
damage anything. It's not gonna
damage anything. It's not going to hurt the stickers or
And another
anything.
thing I tend to use is
And another thing I tend to use is a toothpick.
something I noticed when I was
started messing with the stickered setup here. I noticed that he had started applying some of the stickers, and some of them aren't really down in the grooves consistently, which is okay. It happens. So what I tend to do is I'll just take like the end of a toothpick and just kind of work those
kind of areas are a little high
back into it. You can kind of do it with your finger if you needed to. I've seen people use Q-tips, which Q-tips work really well for this as well. So I mean, if you don't have any toothpicks in your house and you have Q-tips, Q-tips work just as well. The only thing is with Q-tips, you just got to watch out for the little bit of the cotton, because the cotton will want to come off. But so far, it looks like you did these primarily, just these stickers here on the top. He didn't finish putting them all on, and that's what I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to finish this thing out. So I got the Toy Hacks thing brought up here, and we're going to continue stickering this guy up. So I'm going to get comfortable here.
Alex, how's it going?
Oh, Alex, how's it going? I'm echoing.
Thank you for telling me that.
Thank you for telling me that. I wonder if it's settings. Could be my audio coming off of.
Did that fix it?
Did that fix it? Hopefully.
Hello?
Hello?
I hope that fixed it.
I hope that fixed it.
I think it did.
I think it did.
Shouldn't be echoing now.
Shouldn't be echoing now.
At least I hope.
At least I hope.
Okay.
Okay. Just give me a minute.
Thank you for letting me know.
Thank you for letting me know. Why the heck is this thing echoing? Let's see here. I muted all this nonsense. Source.
I hate when this stuff happens.
I hate when this stuff happens.
The first time I've actually set up a
dual camera.
So I have to bear with me.
It's probably has something to do with it. Let's see here. Why is this?
Yeah, I don't understand why it does this.
Yeah, I don't understand why it does this.
Because I have the other camera.
Because I have the other camera completely muted.
And I have everything going through my.
My
boom. Not my boom.
my
mic,
boom,
my
not my boom mic, my stereo, my
studio mic.
studio mic.
I have very old technology.
I have very old technology, so you have to bear with me.
I'm not fancy over here.
I'm not fancy over here. Let's see here. Did that fix it? Because I can't tell. Probably not. Yeah, it's true. Let's see here. Why would it be? Because I muted the actual stream so I can see the comments. Let's see here. Why am I echoing? That's really weird. As I look at this one, I go to properties. It just shows my mic. The other side. Nope. XSplit. It's being dumb. That's weird. Doesn't make any sense because none of these other microphones should be picking up. I'm sure it's not this thing. Let's see here.
Does this fix anything? Is it working now? Hopefully, yes. I'm hoping this worked. Because I think I might have fixed it. Okay, I figured out what it was. Okay, cool. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it, bub. Alright, anyway, what I was talking about is this this whole stickering thing here. I've got quite a few stickers here that my buddy hadn't applied yet to this Toy Hacks thing. And I actually have the Toy Hacks website brought up. He did do the some of the rear ones. He didn't do the tail lights yet, which I'm going to do those as well. I'm probably going to pull this piece here off. The less pieces I have on this thing, the easier it's going to be to do the stickering situation. I will get around and actually do a full review of this thing soon, but I want to make sure it's completely done. Yes, this is G2 Laser Prime. My buddy had sent me a copy of it, and I'm going to sticker it up. He had already started doing it, but he actually didn't finish it, so it should be pretty fun. I haven't done a Toy Hack stickering job like this in a long time, so this is... Yes, I would love to see them do this as the Ultra Magnus. That was early 2000s, I want to say, that they were releasing, man. I don't understand why they haven't done that. They could just do that as an exclusive and make their money back on this mold even more. it's a solid mold. They can do this thing in any color, I swear. Everybody's going to buy it because it's really a solid mold. It's not bad. Um, I do have a review of this guy here, the unmodified one. That's going to be coming up pretty soon. So I'm going to have a modified one and an unmodified one. And then I've got a battle trailer that I'll be doing a review of pretty soon here in the future too. So I do want to get Toxitron if I can ever find him, but it's one of those things. It's whether I can find him, and even for a reasonable price. But let's see here. We're gonna throw some stickers on here, so I've got to try to match the sticker pieces, because it looks like when he pulled the piece here off the entire thing, it kind of pulled all the actual numbers off everything. But I'm pretty good at figuring this stuff out. And doing toy hack stickers is always fun. So, like I said, I haven't done these in a really, really long time. But yay, it's doing it just fine. If you want to know what this tool is, I have, this is it's like a putty knife type of thing. It's pretty much something you get in your makeups, like your sections. I'm not really sure if you can find any of these at like Walmart or something, but you may be able to find them elsewhere. These are really, really handy though, especially when it comes to doing stickers. And I also use it for all different other types of means as well. I also have a toothpick here that I tend to use to kind of push this thing down and push the stickers down into the crevices a little better. Because I want this whole top here to be all like shiny, you know. It's got some of the stickers up there that are shiny, but not all of them now. I do not have a Jaxus yet, no. I've heard it yellows. I haven't went out and actually bought anything modern for quite some time. The last thing I actually bought modern-wise that was literally not gifted to me was the G2 Core Class Megatron, which I absolutely love that toy. I think that toy is superior to everything else that's come out. It's mainly because I really, really, really dig the small scale stuff. This stuff's cool. I like this stuff a lot, but I really have dug the smaller scale. It's just easier for me to display. I need to get around and do a whole thing, or I plan on doing like a bit of a collection room type of thing here in the future. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Been dealing with a lot of different stuff lately, dealing with just medical problems and such. If it hasn't been me, it's been my other half. I've been dealing with a lot of back pain and knee issues, and really messes with me mentally now. It used to not mess with me so much when I was younger, but now I'm getting older. It's become kind of a pain. So I have to be very stingy on my money, because I do this and I live on disability. I mean, that's pretty much what I have now. I can't really hold down a job very well. It's been hard for me. It sucks. I hate it. Streetwalkers are my biggest weakness. Yeah, that is one of my biggest weaknesses, is walking around a lot. I can usually kind of work for like a few hours, but if I'm up way too much, my lower back really starts screaming at me, because now I have sciatica. It used to just be middle back pain, and now it's like my back consistently. So it's kind of bad. I got a couple of the stickers now. I got to figure out where these other ones go though. Let's see here. Constant, the whole concentration thing. Yeah, that thing. It's kind of dangerous sometimes, you know. Let's see here. I really do like using this thing though. This thing works very, very well when it comes to taking stickers off. I actually prefer this over a using a X-Acto knife. So no, I'm not a telemarketer kind of guy, dude. I just no, no. I'm not trying that. The world's already doing enough of that to me. I actually think I had something like that happen to me recently because my Instagram got hacked a while back, and I had to fix that situation, which sucks. But no, I'm not into doing any of that kind of thing. Not even, not even close. I hope that's even the right sticker goes there. I think it is. It's just kind of off. Yeah, I've seen people do that. A brothel. Yeah, yeah, no. I can't do that with a tiny ass apartment. That wouldn't be a very good idea either. Funny though, that's hilarious. Um, but yeah, I've been trying to do what I can when it comes to being careful with my money and what I'm doing with my life. Hey, I got it finally. Get these things just slightly off, and then they don't tend to work well. But that's just one thing about toy hack stickers. You have to make sure you get them right where they need to be. The great thing is, at least they're forgiving. That's one thing I do like about these stickers. But yeah, maybe Empire Military and everything. I've been trying to do what I can with what I got going on. This didn't help that when the pandemic hit, it really kind of sent me for a spiral. And then I've been kind of struggling ever since. It's just not been good for me at all. I hate mental health. It sucks. I didn't really even believe in it until a few years back. I started actually finding out more and more people suffer from similar situations like I do. So yeah, it's not an easy thing to do. I have not watched the new trailer yet, but I am looking forward to it. I got a buddy of mine that works at the theater. He showed me the huge, gigantic standee they have in the theater. It's pretty cool. I used to work there, and circumstances came up, and I no longer work there. And I'm just like, I'm okay. I'm doing all right. I'm not mad at anybody or anything. It's life. Life bites sometimes, man. But yeah, I am actually looking very forward to seeing the movie. I think it's going to be pretty cool. That one and the Aliens movie that's coming out. I'm really into Aliens. I always have been, but then again, I've always been a huge sci-fi guy, so it's kind of one of those things for me. So I'm really into that type of stuff as well. Um, I saw the huge Dino King reveal today. I am floored by that thing. Steal the Megatron piece, yeah. and Megatron statue, yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. Megatron is pretty awesome. I do like Megatron a lot. And I'm kind of hoping with this whole G.I. Joe crossover thing they're planning on doing with the movies, I hope it's going to be good. I kind of hope it really follows more the G2 side of things, because that's where they really shined with using the Joes and Transformers together. It really went very well. I don't know if you saw it, but there's this new G.I. Joe Transformer crossover of Cup and Sergeant Slaughter. It's coming out. I just saw a teaser photo. It looked like it came from one of the conference room things at San Diego Comic Con. That thing looks pretty neat. It wasn't like the most high quality, but yeah. Yeah, the fact that they're giving him the Diaclone colors is pretty great. I'm glad they're doing that because, I mean, honestly, I prefer Megatron with a black helmet or a darker helmet. I think that's why I like G2 Megatron more because he doesn't just have just the silver bucket head. It's more of a darker colored helmet. It like separates his face a little more, which is something I really like. Let's see here. Trying to get all this put on here. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I did put out a video dealing with my custom Grandis that I built. Yeah, I would like to see Cup in a live action instead of Hound. I mean, Cup makes more sense as a military guy. But yeah, I've been looking forward to a lot of this other stuff that's been coming out pretty soon. Let's see here. But yeah, that Dino King, that thing's got me jonesing for that thing. Yeah, I haven't seen the newer Daredevil stuff, so. But then again, I don't really follow superhero stuff as much as most people do. I mean, I'm really behind on a lot of the Marvel stuff. And I did see Black Adam. It was okay. It wasn't like the best movie, but it also wasn't one of the worst. I think after The Rock had come out and said, "Oh, I don't want to do the second movie because I don't want to lose to Shazam," and I'm like, "Well, that's because you signed a wrestler contract, not a acting contract." So I find it hilarious whenever they have actors out there that do that kind of thing. They're like, "Oh, well, I was once this, but in my old contract it said this," and I'm like, "Okay, well that's cool. It said that in the old contract, but that isn't what you're doing now. You're doing acting. You're not doing wrestling." And I don't know. I think The Rock needs to stick to his little quirky, funny, family-friendly movies more often. That just works for him. Yeah, you do need like an older person to play his Cup. You know, definitely to voice for all that. I've just been wondering what they're going to do because you know Peter Cullen's getting up there in years, and I'm like, who's going to take you know his spot? And you know, same thing with Frank Welker. Just hoping that whatever happens, it's not a bad thing. I just hope it really helps out. I don't think I'm missing any stickers there. Let's see here. Got a couple large stickers here to go on the back. I'm actually very surprised that they didn't actually chrome this trailer out. That's one thing I'm really surprised about because if they would just chrome the trailer, it would have been cool. Although I think they were trying to stick with more of the G2 side where it was just a gray trailer. Which if they did that, they didn't really even need to do this silver. So you just shot just regular gray through it would have been better. Just like a light gray. But yeah, I'm putting quite a few of these stickers on. I might not do all these stickers though because there seems to be more than what I need here, sticker wise. I just try to put enough on it so that way it actually looks good. But yeah, these being on the top kind of add, because it really does. It adds like a nice shimmer to the top of the truck, which is very G2 of it. Yeah, I actually like David K. David K. is amazing. Um, I did watch Beast Wars many years after it was on TV because I was still one of those kids. Why are they not vehicles and all this, you know? And during the '90s, and I mean, come on, I'm a G2 fanatic, so I mean, obviously, I love the Generation 2 stuff they were doing. But yeah, I can see them probably bringing them more into the limelight on that. It would probably help. They actually brought somebody in that wanted to actually play the role and not just be there just to save face or whatever. I don't like it when people do that kind of thing, you know. Kind of irritates me when people do that type of stuff where they're just like, oh, well, I'm just going to come in and play this role. Kind of like Megan Fox did. Because she was just such, you know, all about doing stuff for Mr. Bay. Which, to be honest, with Michael Bay being barely even really involved with the Transformers stuff now and just being more or less the guy that does all the action scenes, it's what they should have done with him in the first place. I personally look at the Michael Bay movies as a knockoff G2 version because everybody dies. That's kind of what happens in the comics in Generation 2. To me, it's like you kind of barely read those comics and then decided to throw something together out of it. Yeah, I watched, like, when it comes to animated, I watched a little bit of it. I haven't seen the entire series all the way through yet. It's definitely something that I do need to get caught up on. Because I've been. Funny thing about being in the military and working all the time and going to college and half the jobs that I've had, I haven't had a whole lot of time in my life to just sit back and veg watching a lot of these shows. And now that more or less have more time on my hands, I can now kind of explore this stuff and actually get more familiar with some of the stuff that's going on. Um, but yeah, I've been wanting to get caught up on quite a bit of this stuff. I got some trailer lights here I got to put on. So this is why I have a toothpick here too, so I can just go down and run it in there. And there we go, we got a trailer light. It's probably hard to see, but you can see it. It's like right there. Yeah, I heard there's like some fan edit or something to kind of end the Bayverse franchise. I think it's actually on YouTube, but I don't know. I haven't really looked into that yet. I do need to look into it to see how that ends because it'd be interesting to see where they're planning on going with all that and how they planned on ending that entire series. Because I mean, to be honest, for what it wasn't terrible. I have seen so much worse. Yeah, I don't know, like, there's so many things out there, I think, when it comes to, like, Transformers stuff that we could see. I mean, I've heard of some people, like, do you think they should go back and redo all the G1 cartoons, you know, with modern whatever? And I'm like, no, leave that stuff alone. And there's times that you have stuff that was great. I mean, Generation 2 cartoons, like I said, I've pulled all those cartoons off this current channel I'm on right now. But I moved them over to the Generation 2 channel because I wanted everybody to see them. I wanted it to be easy for everybody to find. I didn't want my channel here to try to capitalize on that because it isn't my work. So I just wanted to make it so that way everybody could see it because even the Transformers official doesn't even have it out there. I have not seen Red Dwarf, and I watched a little bit of Doctor Who here and there, but I've gotten more into stuff like when I say sci-fi, I'm looking at like more or less like movies. The series as I used to get into was like the original Star Trek and Next Generation. Those were, the staples of my upbringing. So I really got into that stuff. Um, Kaiju movies, every Godzilla movie ever. Same thing with Gamera. Same thing with Ultraman. Um, I'm into that stuff too. Surprise, surprise. Um, I just really get into all that kind of different stuff. And he did, by the way, put the Convoy sticker on the back of it. I don't know if you can really read it very well. But yeah, it's the Convoy sticker. Oop. Yep. Yeah. I know cameras. Great. Yeah, it looks so much better though. It's got tail lights now. Actually, it has tail lights. Alright, let's see. Let's flip this thing over here and see what else. Let's see. Does he actually have those? Oh, I guess he did put those on. I didn't even realize he actually put the grill stickers on this thing too. Ooh, headlight stickers. Is that what those are? I don't know if I'm going to even mess with that. Because I have headlight stickers on here, and I'm like, eh. I would have to say Beverly. That was, yeah, she was. But I mean, you gotta think at the time, I think I was like 12, 11, 12 years old, something like that, when um, Next Generation came out. Although, I don't know, I just liked all of Star Trek. Like, it wasn't like I was like diehard crazy, it's got to be this person or whatever. Yeah. Yay, that little bit of clear nail polish work is fine. Yeah, I love clear nail polish. That stuff works so well in order to hold joints because these were loose. Like these side skirts would just fall right off. Let me come off now. Let's see. Do you have a link to that? Because I actually wouldn't mind watching that. Maybe, do you follow me on Facebook? Because if you do, it'd be easier just to send me a link that way. So that's usually what I do. I'm not Mr. Hop on Twitter or anything. I don't tend to do that much anymore. Alright, so I'm not going to bother with those headlights. Those are way too small. Although, I do have a couple of these little vents are going to go on there. We are right here, right next to the windows. This makes this thing almost like a masterpiece. I mean, to be honest, it really is. Like, these are miniature masterpieces to a lot of us. Like, most people can't really afford an insane $600 robot all the time. But yeah, that Dino King. I am really looking forward to that thing. That's probably the one thing I'm looking forward to this year. Because I've always had a a thing for a lot of the Victory and Headmaster and Master Force stuff. Those were more or less like the ones I really enjoyed out of the G1 more than the G1 cartoon itself. Like, I really liked that stuff because it was, I don't know, it was gimmicky. I think that's what it was. It was like the beginning of like gimmicking days. Stop motion, yeah, stop motion animatronics like the what was it, the one little snippet thing they did was during like the early 90s where they had the one kid that taught to Optimus Prime in between each like G1 cartoon kind of thing. It was an animatronic of some sort, but it was like puppetry too, which was cool. I remember that. It'd be really interesting to see somebody actually do an animatronic stop motion version of Transformers nowadays, considering we have all this crazy technology. But I don't see that actually happening, unfortunately. To get this over here. So yeah, did have, if you had been following me for a long time, you guys probably know I've been working on a robot that's about, I'd say he's about almost 5 foot tall. And currently right now, the only thing I have to do is try to figure out the battery system for him, because the batteries I have on him don't really last that long, and I mean it's definitely a power source situation I have to figure out. So very cool. I got those on there. We have our side stickers on. See, he opted out to use these, which are cool. I like those. But I also have these, so I'm thinking about swapping them over to those because I kind of like these better. I might just do that because toy hack stickers are not hard to peel off and put back on. I don't know how long he's had these on here though. I just don't want to mess it up. I do want it to say Optimus Prime on the side. I mean, come on, it's G2. It wouldn't be G2 enough if it didn't say Optimus Prime on the side of it like that. Oh, I don't know if it's going to peel up or not. Might be able to trick it. This is a little trick that I know. You take the corner of one of your labels, you shove it underneath, like a corner is loose. You can kind of peel the sticker up. Just a little bit. Yeah, get this in there right now. Hey, this might actually work. Because I don't want to damage the sticker. I'm gonna swatch this out. Come on. This is tricky. Doesn't help that I've got a lot of issues with my shove it underneath. That's what you said. Yeah, yeah. Um, I deal with a lot of my nerves too lately, so I shake a lot. Gotta go gentle, you know. Hey, there we go. Camera off. You know what's great about having them in sticker sheets? You just put it right back down. That's fine. See, I can reuse it again later on something else. I don't know if you noticed though, I got a lot of customs I do that I have a lot of different stickers. It's because I've gathered sticker sheets throughout the years just from, oh, I had bought a toy that I wanted a couple stickers off of it, or I just needed one or two stickers to completely fix it, and all the other stickers were fine. So I have all these spare ones. So I use them for all different kinds of stuff. So don't ever think if you go out and spend money on a sticker sheet that you're wasted your money because you only use like 4 stickers off of it. You never know. You might come up with something else that you want to use them for. So that's just my opinion. Let's see if I can do that same situation because it looks like I have a corner here that may be trying to come up a little bit. Also helps that I have fingernails. Although I tend to trim these things, I swear I trim my fingernails like every freaking. Yeah, she did never say that. I swear I trim my nails probably every week and a half, almost 2. It's insane. I could probably literally go manicure my nails if I wanted to. Although I'm not into that at all. But I've had a lot of people who are like, oh, you know, I've had a lot of women say, oh, I wish my nails were like that. And I'm like, well, here, you can have them, like, for a pain in the butt. Especially when you're trying to do little intricate stuff. Because when I was a mechanic, I had to, like, cut my nails consistently, and it's probably one of the worst things that I had to deal with, especially when you're busy trying to do something and then you jam your fingernail on a piece of metal, and that piece of metal wants to literally rip your freaking skin in half. It's just not fun. Not fun at all. Alright, cool. Alright, now I got those stickers off. Now I'm going to put the ones I want on it. Alright. I'll figure out which side's which here. Okay. This actually has a little tiny punch out in the middle of it. So if you get one of these that has a punch out in the middle, what I tend to do, I'll just take a toothpick, push down the center of it, and it should work its way out. You gotta be careful when you're doing this though, because you can rip the sticker if you're not careful. Do I save the punch outs? Yes, of course I save the punch outs. I save everything. I don't know if you ever watched I can't get into like a lot of this newer animation. Oh my god, it's horrendous. I just can't get into it. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine now. But yeah, I tend to save everything. And the reason I save everything that I can is because I usually come up with some really, really clever ideas to reuse things. I don't know if you ever watched this guy, but he runs a channel called The Smuggler's Room. And if you're into Star Wars, you probably know who I'm talking about. But he always says build something out of nothing. And that's literally what I do. I tend to try to do that. And there you go. Now he says Optimus Prime. Well, it should. Um, oh yeah, the doing where I go. Doing stickers is a art. A lot of people don't realize that, but it really is. Um, it does take a while to do, and you just have to be patient when you're doing these. I don't know if any of you guys used to do water slides on model kits, but that's something that I started out doing when I was like 5 years old. And I understand how delicate some stickers can be. These Toy Hacks ones are amazing because they are very forgiving. I remember when stickers and such weren't so forgiving. You put it down, it was down. Like if you ripped it up, it would literally rip up the sticker. So, especially water slides are sometimes the worst to work with. But there's definitely an art form to it. Yeah, I'm currently right now trying to get this other sticker out because, yeah, there we go. Let's put this one on this side. I love doing this kind of stuff though. This stuff is so therapeutic for me. Like today, like the past few days, I've had a lot of like mental health struggles. And doing something like this is really helpful for somebody like myself because it helps me focus on something other than other issues I got going on. That's just since I'm on disability and that's it. Um, really kind of sucks. I hate it, but it is life. But I try to do the best I can. This is just straight therapy for me. Oh no, it's a little crooked. It's okay though, because I can fix it. I'm trying to get this thing lined up just right. This thing has like two little supposed to be like rivet holes that are here on the top, and then it's got the small one here, which is supposed to be like the window for the truck. So it's kind of hard to get to, but yeah, I'll show you guys. That's how it works out. I know the camera's a little far away. Sorry. Yeah, that looks so much better than it just having a G2 logo. I actually like it saying Optimus Prime because that's G2. If it says his name, that's G2. All right, let's see here. Tail lights for the truck. I don't know if I even have those or not. So like I said, my buddy sent me this, and I'm not sure how complete this sticker sheet really is. If it's not complete, then that's okay. I'll have to move on and do a different sticker or whatever. He did not put the taillights on the truck, so they're not on those. And he did have this one here as well, but I don't see any taillights on it either. So pretty sure. I don't know what happened to those taillight stickers. I don't see them. And no, they're not numbered. The only one that's actually numbered is this one. Yeah, mental health issues. Yes, I do have some. No, I probably do not need Batman. Although Batman would probably get along with me pretty well considering all the stuff I've gone through, so. Yeah, I would probably converse over a cup of tea or something. I am not seeing those tail light stickers at all. So I guess I'll have to skip that one for now. Let's see. Going through the trailers, inerts. I'm not going to do that just yet. Big trauma hug, just like, yep, yep, yep. I can see that. I can see that. Let's see here. Yeah. Um, yeah, mental health is not a fun thing. It really isn't for a lot of us. Me, a lot of mine stems from not just my upbringing, but some of it stems from the service because I was in the military and I was in some not so friendly areas. Let's just put it that way. And that stuff is a huge struggle for me every day, pretty much. So I deal with everything I possibly can the best I can. I think I am going to move on and do. Oh, I noticed one sticker I forgot on the back of this truck. Let's see here if we can go back and look at it and see which way that's supposed to go. There it be. I almost forgot this one here. It goes right on the back of the trailer itself. And cautionary thing goes right. I don't actually have Hulu. We barely ever use Netflix. Um, the only reason I have Disney Plus is because it goes through our phone stuff. Um, so I've been going back and rewatching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which I haven't seen that show in ages, and I absolutely love it. I think it's great. It's stupid fun. It's just stupid fun, and that's what I like about it. Yeah, everybody leaks everything online, so I mean, if I don't see it, I'll end up seeing it one day because somebody like puts it on the internet. I'm like, oh well, it's on the intranets. You can see it on the intranets. Cracks me up when people do that stuff and they're constantly leaking things. I think it's all the DVDs that go around his chest. I think I just heard a transformer explode. Yeah, an actual like transformer, for like electricity. I wouldn't be surprised around here. I swear the first time I heard one of those when I got out of service, I jumped out of my freaking skin. Scared the hell out of me. But that's just what happens sometimes. I never watched Angel. I never got into that one. I was mainly into Buffy because I just thought the cast was pretty good. It was very quirky. But then again, I was also watching X-Files back in the day, so it's definitely one of those things. And I don't know about those stickers. Oh, I see. Okay. Interesting. Okay. This thing's got so many stickers to it. It's kind of nuts. Like, it really is kind of nuts how many stickers this thing has. Of course she is. She will be the day she dies. Yeah. Forget what rocker it was that said, live fast, die young, and leave a beautiful corpse or something like that. I can't remember who that was that said that, but I remember that being a big thing. All right, let's get to this trailer. That's weird. They don't have just a layout just for the trailer stickers. I guess it's just kind of supposed to be self-explanatory. Alright, I was figuring this out. Here we go. I'm going to try to do the decal going across the side. This is the tricky part. This stuff here all goes more or less on the inside of the trailer. I don't know if I'm even going to bother with that because I don't know how much of this is really going to get shown up because a lot of it's, I don't know, it kind of covers up some of the cool greeble that the inside of the trailer has. I might use some of the screens, but I don't know yet. But I'm definitely going to be putting these stickers on here first. So let's see here, which one goes where. Alright, so prime going off this direction here. This is the first one. I'm going to try to pull this off here. I don't know how much of this sticker comes off. If you don't line it up right, there's actual like little nodules that are sticking out on the trailer itself. You have to kind of line up, it looks like. I can see why some people would not want to do this, but then again, I'm not some people. I'm crazy with this. Alright, cool. What do I do with my little toothpick? There it is. And this is where I'll use a toothpick just to kind of push everything down into where it needs to go. This is very difficult to try to get into some of these crevices with anything else. And I don't know if you guys know this, how you saw me do this. I basically laid the sticker down here onto this part, and then I force everything down into where it needs to go. So that way it actually kind of naturally lays in. So it's, you're not forcing it down in that corner and then trying to wrap it. It's a lot easier to do it like from the center and work it out because it's a lot more forgiving that way. What? Where the heck do you come up with this stuff, dude? That's funny though. That's funny. But yeah, this is very therapeutic for me, doing this kind of thing. Let's see here. Let's get this back out. Is this supposed to be cut? What the heck's going on here? Cool. I actually like the texture this is leaving behind. I'll take your word for it. That's what I'll do. I'll take your word for it. Let's see here. Trying to kind of working from this way, and then I'll try to do the ones on top in a second. So gotta make sure you get this thing correctly. Let's see here. Yeah, I was having kind of a day, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get around here and I'm gonna go ahead and do this live stickering because I figured if anything it would be kind of therapeutic for me and help me out. Because I've just been not having the best time lately. But this helps a lot. So if you're having problems trying to get a hold of these things when they're in between the piece that's actually cut that's not supposed to go on, I kind of bend the sheet just a little bit, just enough to get underneath the pull sticker off. And take the tip of the. Like I said, you can use toothpicks or you can use Q-tips. Either one will actually work. There we go. It's starting to look better. I actually already like it a lot better with all this on here. It's amazing how awesome Prime looks with the stickers on the trailer. It just adds so much more to it. As 90s and insane this thing is, I love every bit of it. And one thing you'll notice, as you're probably messing with these stickers when you're putting these things on, it doesn't matter if it's this toy or whatever toy you're doing, you're probably always going to find one or two stickers that kind of landed just slightly off. It's not hard to fix, just especially with these toy hacks ones are really easy to kind of peel back off if you need to. Um, they're very forgiving like that, which is nice. But if it's not quite where you want it, you can still do, like I said, a Q-tip or toothpick, and then you're able to just kind of work that piece right in where it needs to go. Try to drop this in place. I haven't done a live stickering for a long time now, I can think of. A very long time. I am a huge fan of South Park, though. South Park is amazing. I think it's funny, although I'm probably really behind on some of it. But I do like South Park. South Park is pretty great. But then again, it's also comes somebody who was there during the dawn of freaking South Park. Back when it was just a web comic on the interwebs, you actually had to have search engines, not just Google or Bing or whatever the heck else you want to call it. I'm going to pull this back off because it's slightly off. Back when you actually had to dial into the internets, listen to that horribly screaming modem that sounded like you're murdering a freaking cat or something. Really, there's a sequel coming out to that. That would be interesting. I, I have not heard that, but that would be awesome to watch. I do like RoboCop. RoboCop is awesome. Such a fan of that. Like, I really think with a lot of stuff that's been produced in the past few years, things have been kind of hit. It's either really good or really bad because it's either there's really good writing, they cast correctly, or they cast it wrong and the writing's horrible, so it just wrecks it. It's like, you need to, like, these people do these casting calls, they really need to get more on point with who they're trying to get to portray these people that are trying to put in these roles, because not all the time are they really the best pick for them. Although a lot of our heroes, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Um, Chuck Norris. I'm even going to say Jean-Claude Van Damme because I was actually a fan of him. Um, Steven Seagal was okay. He was okay at best. But you know, like, I mean, hell, even Patrick Swayze was even in some action stuff, things like that. It's very, very difficult to try to replace some of these actors that have basically created the action scene, like Bruce Willis. You know, it's just one of those things in the world now. It's so difficult for people to understand that you can't really replace some of these actors if you're not actively trying to get someone else to do it. And I know they got, you know, it seems like, I can't remember who it is now, but most of the actors they have now are just like, it's literally almost the same actor doing everything. It's just not that great, I don't think. Like, I don't know, a lot of indie films to me do a better job because they really have to put more work into it, you know? Like they have to put more writing behind it and more how they're trying to handle things. Because they don't have like a large budget to run off of. So to me, a lot of the indie scene tends to do better. That's why I personally think a lot of things. Like, I would love to see a better version of Masters of the Universe as a live action movie. Better than, you know, obviously the one we got in the 80s was not that great. It was very corny and very disconnected from the actual cartoon comic books and stuff at the time. But as far as I'm concerned, if we had a modern iteration of that, I would love it. Like I think with the technology and stuff we have now, I don't see any reason why they couldn't do that. Because I mean, I grew up watching like Conan. Yes, I've seen Toxic Avenger. I love Toxic Avengers. They're awesome. I've seen the live action movie and I've seen the cartoons. Same thing with Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing, I think, is a very underrated um, property that doesn't get touched much anymore, which is really strange to me, considering all the stuff that comes out nowadays. You would think that would probably be like one of their go-tos because they're running out of comic book heroes and stuff like that to do stuff with. I think it'd be really interesting to see that. But there's certain things I think should be left alone. Like, you guys probably remember SWAT Cats. I don't think SWAT Cats needs to be messed with. Um, there's just certain things that just really, really resonates with me and don't, you know. Yeah, I really did like Swamp Thing. I grew up on the TV show and some of the cartoon stuff. I did get hold of some of the comic books, but not very many, because the area I lived in didn't really have a lot of comic book options when I was growing up. Because I pretty much grew up basically out in the middle of the desert, so you don't really get a lot of stuff. Especially like in my much younger years. I think I moved to BFE, Texas, and still didn't get much. So a lot of a lot of stuff I got a hold of was very weird and obscure. Like, I'm one of those ones that's actually a huge fan of Shadows of the Empire. And I know some people absolutely hate Shadows of the Empire. I was a big fan of them. Now, I'm not a fan of the 90s toys, don't get me wrong. Those 90s toys, no, okay, I take that back. The play sets, vehicles, that stuff was fine. The figures were garbage. I was not a fan of those figures. That were too bulky for me. Because I did have, growing up, I had the the original Kenner figures. So that's kind of something that I just didn't really resonate much with, although I wouldn't mind them going back and doing maybe some of those figures in a vintage style, like, you know, with the 5 points of articulation and stuff. I don't need, you know, insane articulation on some of this stuff. Man, that looks awesome so far. Yeah, I like what they did with the clinch that was just done at TFCon. That's actually a really, really nice figure. I personally don't own it. Jason Brain, the guy that actually worked on helping with the coloration and such, he's a good friend of mine. He does an amazing job. I'm telling you, an amazing job. He goes by, I would know it if I was just reading it, but now I can't think of his name. But you guys probably know who I'm talking about. But he does tons of custom stuff, and he's a big inspiration, I know, to a lot of people. Oh no, I got a bit of a ripple here. Does it need to come up? Does it need to go? Roll it out. Literally roll it out. That's literally what I just did there. There we go. This is one side of the trailer already. I think it looks amazing. Love it. Just that with just those stickers on top really adds so much to this thing. He had already put the G2 emblem there on the front, so it's kudos to my buddy. First off, I don't like puking. The Klondike bars they're okay. I really don't eat ice cream that much anymore because it really screws with my stomach. Which I know, blasphemy, right? I'll tell you, one of my favorite candies I used to have when I was growing up and wished I could still eat is Score bars. Those are really good. I can't eat those anymore. Too hard on my teeth. That's what happens when you get old. You know, things start falling apart. And I don't much like it, you know. Let's see here. Working on the other side of the trailer. Because, yeah, there's a ton of stickers on here, and he's putting most of them on it. But the trailer didn't have any of the decals on the sides. The inner workings don't really have much. Like I said, I might put like some of the computer screens or something like that in it. That'll probably be about it. I'm probably not going to go any further than that. Not really sure. I'll find out. Food is good. Yes, it is. I tend to cook quite a bit now, so it's just something I like doing. Let's see here. Let's drop this right here. stickers down in there like that. There we go. This thing already looks sharp with these stickers, I'm telling you. Like, if you guys haven't gotten toy hacks for this thing yet, you probably should. I saw a toy hack set for the Toxidron too, and that just looked awesome. I'm into like crazy art like this on the sides of trucks and such. Like, my version, hypothetically, if they were ever to re-release, you know, train bots right in, I would want that thing to be covered in graffiti, because the thing would be awesome just to have a whole train covered in graffiti. I think that'd be pretty sick. Probably one of my pipe dream things that aren't ever going to be produced. I'm sure somebody out there has probably come up with. I think I saw somebody do a fan art or something like that with it, but pretty neat. Yeah, if you don't know who he is, he's Optimus Prime. I tell you what, man, if they don't ever get around and do that, I might have to tackle that myself, because I've done so many customs throughout the years, even to modern figures. I've done the Starscream mold twice now. I had a friend of mine that wanted a G2 Starscream because they didn't do it with the new mold at all, which I don't. You guys explain this to me. Why didn't we get Starscream? When we got all the other Seekers, why didn't we get a G2 Starscream? This is the dumbest thing ever. I don't understand that. Because there's like no... I don't think there's any like markings or anything on him that would merit not doing it. So I'm like, why not do Ultra Magnus as well and Laser Prime? So it's just that mold looked great in those colors, and I think they should continue that tradition. Like, I really hope they do that sometime. This is what I think everybody absolutely loves, this mold. Like, the original mold was great. This new mold is great. One thing I would like to see them do, but I don't think they're ever going to get around to doing, is the Hero Prime out of that Volvo truck that they had come out. It's obvious, and they still haven't done it yet, which makes no sense. Like, I don't understand when the obvious is right there and they don't jump on it. I mean, you don't even have to do anything crazy with the trailer. All you gotta do is just send just a flatbed trailer and put like a missile launching gun of some sort on the back of it and call it good. That's all you need. And then repaint the thing white and slap the freaking stripes on it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that one. The Christmas Prime that everybody called it. That would have been amazing as Hero Prime. I don't understand why they have not done that yet, because it's a very obvious thing to do. I thought it was kind of funny though the other day, because I saw somebody comment on the core size Dino bots, right? Because I'm telling you, man, I really like this Dino King that's coming out. But the person's like, this is garbage. I don't like how it does this, that, and the other. And I'm sitting there thinking, can't you tell it's obviously supposed to be Dino King, not the Dino bots? They had to make up a sixth Dino bot just to create that set. And they had to pull it from like a comic book. Like, if that tells you anything, they really had to do some digging just to make that happen. Whenever they already had I guarantee you they already had this Dino King probably already completely planned out at that point. They were just waiting to release it because they're like, oh, we got to do the obvious paint job because everybody's going to buy them as Dinobots more than they're going to buy them as the other one. So that just makes sense. And to me, that's kind of how that works with a lot of this stuff now. They tend to do the repaints first before they do the obvious one. Which they did that with Hound too. And they still haven't just done like a normal Hound. They had to do like animation color Hound or something, which I thought was silly. I don't know if you guys have seen the upgrade kit they got for Trailbreaker, but Trailbreaker has an upgrade kit that makes him turn into, I think it's called the Jackhammer from Mask. It literally is like doing the coolest, and it's through Toy Hacks. I think it has like a different headpiece that pops on over the existing head, and it's got like a couple other parts that add on to it. It's kind of crazy, but it does. It makes it look like the Jackhammer from Mask, and I'm like, okay, where's our Mask redeco with this? Like, this could easily be Rhino, because we've seen this with a box trailer before, so why not? Like, come on, quit throwing the obvious out there. Hasbro, you own the license to Mask, do it. Just do it. But they tend to drag their feet on a lot of stuff. Something I've noticed, especially when they're doing all the G2 Toxitron line. Where's the rest of our laser rods? You know, where's all the Sky Scorchers or the Cyberjets? Where's our modern iterations of these? We haven't seen any. And that's cool to do in Road Pig. Okay, they're clearly going to probably end up doing the Soundwave repaint of Road Pig, which was unreleased, just like Jazz was. But I'm like, okay, where's our music label Jazz? Where's that at? Like, see, it's kind of silly. I think they're just like, oh, we're just going to release the mold and then let Toy Hacks or some other company make the stickers sheets for it, so that way they can make it however they want. And I'm like, what's wrong with making an official one? Like, you guys own the license to this stuff. You guys are the ones that created it, so why not do it yourself? I mean, they're clearly needing money all the time. The sticker here is kind of being a bit of a pain. I might have to. Here. There we go. Let's see here. Cool. All right. This direction. Ah. Yeah, the Top Gun Maverick mold would work really good for Hooligan and Jetfire. That would work very, very well for those. And I don't understand why they haven't done it. It's an obvious thing. They could easily reuse that mold. I love when I just put down a sticker and it goes perfectly on. Makes me look like I kind of know what I'm doing. Sometimes. Yeah, I don't understand why those haven't happened. I just don't get it. Yeah, Transformers 1, I haven't, like I said, I haven't seen the new trailer yet. I plan on watching it. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet. I've been just kind of busy, and life gets in the way sometimes, guys. Life gets in the way. But that's why I'm doing something therapeutic like this, like streaming and showing you guys me stickering the toy instead of me sitting in the corner stickering it by myself and not showing you guys what I'm doing. So I think you guys would enjoy this. big fan of Laser Prime now. Laser Prime's always been my favorite. It's just something about the way they did this toy. Like, this toy literally took every gimmick there ever was in Generation 2 and slapped it literally into one toy. The only thing this didn't do is color change. If it had a color changing gimmick, that was, or color changing gimmick and water squirter. If it would have had like a water cannon on the back and say the front of it changed color, this thing would have had every gimmick that G2 ever had. Like, literally every gimmick. And I find it kind of funny that that just didn't happen. But we all love Laser Prime just because he's awesome. Let's see here. This piece off. There we go. Like, there's another one that I just thought of. You guys realize Rapido is the only one out of all the accelerators that even gets a repaint? Like, why is that? Why is it only him? I never understood that. Yeah, I don't have any of the third-party stuff like that. That's pretty awesome. What I have here is a Larkin's Lair upgrade kit on this. I plan on actually doing a full review of this guy too, so that'll end up happening here soon. The review you guys probably gonna be seeing come up here shortly will be the one just for the standard one that I have, the non-upgrade version. I mean, I didn't even expect any of this stuff. A buddy of mine hooked me up, so I'm like, okay, cool. Guess what? I got some awesome content to show you all. So I appreciate donations like that because it really helps. It helps fuel the channel and keep us going here. I've been doing a whole lot of other stuff behind the scenes too, but like I said, I kind of run into a slump every now and then. Freaking mental health, I hate it. Some days I just don't even want to get out of bed. But I'm sure you guys have felt that way in your life a couple times. And if you're struggling, talk to somebody about it. Do something about it. You know, don't just try to do this stuff all on your own. I mean, like I said, I was in the service. I've had to do all different kinds of stuff that most people had never done before. And I was a ranch turner. I wasn't one of those ones that sat in an office or whatever. And heck, during the small span of time I was a news reporter, I didn't really get to sit around much. I had a whole lot of work I had to do consistently. And that was very stressful. God, that was probably one of the most stressful jobs I had, other than being in the military. Just because I had to deal with people on a daily basis. Like, even when I wasn't at work. Get this. I'm not at work one time, right? Yeah, I try to be as chill and laid back as I can, Rango. Thank you for that. When you guys go back and watch all my stuff at the very beginning, I did have quite a quirky side to me, which I've tamed down a lot, but I still kind of like that funniness I used to do. Thank you. I really appreciate that. But yeah, back when I was a news reporter, I had to go to the store one time. God forbid, news reporter, gotta go to the store, pick up my own milk because you don't want to have cereal in the morning. Dude walks up to me. I'm in the middle of the store and starts preaching to me about something he wanted me to freaking do a news report on. And I looked down, I was like, dude, I'm not on the clock. I'm not working right now. I have to go get milk so I can have cereal in the morning. Just tells you how people can be. That's ridiculous. Like, can a person just have a normal life? Dumbest thing in the world. Dumbest thing in the world. That's one reason why I actually like doing this stuff. I mean, I remember when I went to TFCon. This has been several years back in Chicago. I was working with a good friend of mine, and he goes by Mega Toy Fan. You guys probably know who he is. He usually does a parts party at TFCons here in the States. But he hooked me up with a lot of stuff when I went to that con. I had a lot of really fond memories of that con because it was really fun. I got to meet some people. I donated a landfill. I think it was a Walmart exclusive landfill one time. I donated to, I want to say it's Ben's Collectibles or something like that. I can't remember exactly who it was. There was somebody back then that was running a donation thing for toys, and he got it sent to, apparently the landfill ended up to this one guy's son. Well, I ended up meeting that guy at that TF con. I'd never met this guy in my life. I sent the toys to somebody just to donate it, you know. And I thought it was very nice. And that whole experience I had at TFCon was very humbling because I got to meet people that are just average Joes. Like a lot of us that do these toy things, we're all average people. We don't do anything spectacular or insane that some people really think we do. But yeah, it's very humbling. There's the other side. Got that done. And this side. It looks amazing. I love it. That just looks so cool. Like, compare that. I mean, I don't have the truck all the time transform, but I mean, look at the difference. Look at that difference. You can't tell me that isn't awesome. That is so sick. I'm just going through the stickers here. I think through these, we can see what I would like to use and what I don't want to use. Because I don't use all the stickers. Like I said, I use some of them. There's times it's like, that really won't matter. That detail isn't going to really stick out much there if I put it there or whatever, you know. It's kind of nice, especially when I have all these different colored stickers. Going through the Toy Hacks site here real quick to see where some of these stickers should go. Like I said, I don't have the tail light stickers to the truck. But what I could do this. I've done this before in the past. I have modified stuff to make it work. And since I have all these different like kind of orange overlay type of things going on here from this, I might actually. All right, back. I'm gonna grab my X-Acto knife real quick. Okay, I'm back. All those fills, make your own, right? So what I'm going to do here is, got these areas here. They're kind of just kind of an orange. I'm just going to cut out a couple pieces here for this orange, and I'm going to turn those into tail light stickers. Since I happen to have these tail light stickers. we go. There's one. Is that all this fills? Yeah, it was empty there for a second. um, let's see here. Basically trying to create my own taillight stickers for this truck because I don't actually have the real stickers anymore here. I don't see them anywhere at least. Cool. See if I can make this work. Because if you look at the stickers that are actually on there, they literally are something like this. They're not anything huge and spectacular. So I was like, you know what, I'll just make my own. They're probably a little more reflective than this part. Not the direction I wanted that to go. Did it go too quick? Yes. Yes. There we go. And there we go. Now you've got taillight stickers. Done. Fix that problem. That was going to bother me if I didn't put any taillight stickers on. Alright. Let's put my razor blade away because those are kind of dangerous sometimes. Alright. Look at the rest of this. Alright. One thing I do want to do is I want to add some of those chest stickers right there to the front of it. So I'm going to do a live transformation here, see if I can remember how to do it. Because I literally just put this in truck mode and then I forgot how to do it. You have to bear with me on this. Not that it's a hard transformation, I'm just forgetful sometimes. Let's bend those down. Okay. what's the flip down? I know how to do things sometimes. Let's see here. This up. Shoulder pads in the way, gonna move the shoulder pad out of the way. I'm not as slick as some people are because some of the like transformations of some of these guys. I wish I was a little better at it sometimes. But hey, have fun with them, that's all that matters, right? Let's move this up. I don't know about you guys, do you guys ever have issues with this part here popping off all the time? Because it does it all the time, even on both molds that I have here. Just twist this around. I know how to robot. Soft click. One click. This real quick. Just trying to make sure I have all the decals that I want on his robot mode into. Let's see here. Swap this out. This out. Alright, so now I'm going to try to do these two decals here. Yeah, this part here, I swear, pops out all the time on me. And I don't know why. It's just kind of silly. Alright, I do know he's got a part here that goes on his crotch area, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, he's got a black sticker that goes there. I believe that's this one. So I guess I'll have to do. I have to turn it around backward to kind of get around it because it actually goes up and over, which is weird. I don't even understand why they do that, but okay. Let's see here. I don't know how they expected anybody to get that in there. There you go. Now he's got the black crotch piece. And do I want it to say Optimus Prime on the front of it, or do I want it to have the other logos? A very good question. Because I don't mind the fact he actually has the matrix showing through the windows, but I actually want the things over the windows. Let me look and see. What was the original like? I think the original actually had the matrix showing through stickers. But no, upgrade kit. Yeah, the original just literally just says Optimus Prime on it. Which is the one I'm trying to mirror here. Because the reissue had the matrix showing through it. That's the difference. Yeah, I tend to use a toothpick, or I even have like a X-Acto knife that I use. Yeah, I think I'm going to throw the Optimus Prime on there because he's got the matrix on the inside. It doesn't need to have a matrix sticker on there, because that is more or less for the 2000s reissue. Let's see here. And it looks so much better. I actually like that so much better than seeing the matrix through the window. Yeah, the toy-way is so much better than the reissue. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. So much sharper seeing Optimus Prime on his chest like that instead of this open matrix thing. It's kind of redundant. Like the sticker, I understood the sticker back then because the chest never opened, but sticker on it now, it's kind of weird. So. That looks good. Let's see here. Okay. So these would go on these, but I'm not doing that. Reason being, so I had to upgrade knees on him, so I don't need those. Those may be kind of cool to put on the other one, but I'm not going to do that because I'm leaving him stock. I'm very tempted to do that though. Let's upgrade his sword at least though. Because the sword has these pretty interesting looking little pieces here. These look kind of cool. I think those will look pretty sharp across this. It looks like holder for the hilt, I think. Yeah, it does. It's got a decal for this area here, and for the hilt, and for the sword itself. Yeah, I hate autocorrect. Autocorrect is the stupidest thing in the world. Even when I'm texting, I have those problems. So I get it. Why do we have to deal with autocorrect? Seriously. Whatever happened is people just doing what they need to do. It doesn't like spell it out for you. Most people don't do anything with it, you know. Be surprised how many times you'll like erase an entire sentence because you forget how to spell a word. So you have to rewrite the entire sentence so it makes sense. Yeah, I'm going to put these stickers here on the sword. Let's see here. Let's see. Trying to get this lined up. Really is not the easiest thing in the world to do. Get it though. Ah, I had it. I hate when it gets like that close, and then it just pops off. Why? Why? Explain this to me. Somebody explain this to me. It was my nerves again, causing me to shake something awful. Roll off there. Okay. Just checking to make sure I've got it pretty well lined up before I start. Ah, not bad, not bad. There we go. We have a weird sword thingy on here. Doesn't seem like it didn't line up right down there though, because it didn't. Somehow it pulled itself in. That's strange. I might have to push it back out. Toothpick here. It's like it didn't just lay naturally. It kind of started catching the side here. Ah, there it goes. better. Fixed it. Actually doesn't look bad with the one side like that, because if you look at this side here is completely hollow, which is kind of funny. It almost gives it like a reflective. It's kind of strange how it does that. Let's put this hilt piece on. Perfect. That went on like a glove. Adds a little bit of color to the center of it. This kit has got so many options to it, it's kind of insane. Which I don't mind. Like MGO would say, options are good. They're great, you know? I do watch MGO, I do watch Vangelis, watch TJ Omega all the time. Turtle Man, obviously. If you guys watch the Slidecast, he always has some kind of really, really good information coming out about Transformers, and he's going to be your most accurate source when it comes to getting hold of any kind of information about what's going to be going on. Especially with anything that's new that's coming out. There we go. Got the hilt there. I think it looks a lot better. It's a little more shiny. These decals actually add a lot to it. I'll put the blade here on the other side. And then I'm going to start working on the stickers for the trailer, because it looks like he started some of them, but he didn't finish them. So I'm going to do some of those as well. For the inside of the trailer, anyway. Just a heads up, guys, I haven't done any podcasts in a while. Thinking about starting one here pretty soon. Or get everything else situated. I'll probably end up starting to do a few podcasts while I'm at it. Just kind of give you guys a bit of a heads up on that. That's something I do have kind of thought out in the works. And there we go, we got a nice little shiny Zord. Okay, I'll put his sword to the side, stand him over here. And I was going to start working on some more of the stickers for the trailer. These right here go on the inside of this area here, which, to be honest, you don't even really see anyway. To me, it's kind of a waste, so I'm like, I could use those probably for a different project sometime. So I would call him pretty much done. I don't think I'm going to put anything else on the truck mode itself anymore. I am going to finish out this trailer though, because I want to put more of these kind of techie looking stuff like this on here. I'm just trying to take a look at what he's already added. It's like he started doing some of the stuff like this. I don't know how many decal sheets he had. Several, looks like. Alright, let's go back to... Alright. Put all these like alert things and such. So I'm going to turn this direction. And looks like I've got a critical alert, or critical attack, a chemical attack. Sorry, critical. I can read. I got brand new glasses. Telling you. Getting used to bifocals is kind of a whole new thing for me. Signs of getting old when you have to wear bifocals. Ugh. Anyway, got a chemical attack sticker here. I'll pull off. And it's going to go right here. There we go. Try not to touch the sticker. Oh, stickers. Be the bane of everybody's existence, I swear. I don't know if you guys ever owned the Generations Metroplex, but I had two of those that I decaled up, and those were a lot of stickers. Kind of crazy. So if I can get this down in here, it needs to go. I like flat stickers. It's so much easier to put on than ones that you have to bend and do all crazy stuff with. Let's see here. Next one would be looks like this one here with the crazy techie readout next to the vent. Got that up there. So there's another thing here so it doesn't go flying off. Pull this piece here off because yeah. And that's one thing I do have to admit. I do like about this trailer is the fact that some parts are just modular, so you can just kind of pull things off and put things wherever you want them. Especially with that add-on kit. That add-on kit is amazing. It adds so much more to this thing. It makes the toy like 10 times better, but I can't really complain about the original toy. The original toy is fine, even without it. Move on to this one. Put this in the vent piece. Yeah, if you guys checked out everything I've been doing, I've made my I made my own version of Grandis. I actually used to own a Grandis at one time. Sold it to a good friend of mine because at the time I was going through really difficult times, and I pretty much sold off my entire G1 collection at the time. It was one of the last things I decided to get rid of. It took a lot for me to want to get rid of that thing, but I was like, I really direly needed that money at the time, so I had to do it. Let's see. But yeah, Grandis is an amazing toy. If you can ever get hold of one, do it. It's not you can't leave yourself wrong on it at all. So this, I'm actually very happy that Toy Hacks does a decent job of photographing what they produce. So that way it's a lot easier for you to just look and see where something goes versus having to follow a decal sheet that's got a ton of numbers. Some people struggle with that. So this goes, yeah, it does. I forgot to put all the techie like computer stuff on the inside of them, so that way, it adds a little more to it. Especially, like, you can easily use this thing for a micromaster base. I don't know why anybody would be like hating on that. I also don't understand why everybody hated on doing the micromasters in the first place, because micromasters was a huge thing for G1, and I really like the tail end of a lot of stuff out of G1. And being a big G2 fan, I like that stuff as well. But definitely did not fall the way I needed to. This is definitely a lot trickier than the other stuff I was doing. Here, got it. Whew. For a second there, I thought I was going to have a trashed sticker. It's like the scariest thing in the world when you get one that just doesn't fit correctly. I'll do that so you guys can see what I'm doing a little better. Just like that. Just want to line this side up here. Nice. Keeps catching. Oh, spells change your approach, right? It's nice to have like a little computer console down there. Like the detail on some of these consoles is kind of insane. Like literally, it's insane. Like what they have on some of these. Like you can almost read the technical like details that they have on there. It just blows my mind of what they're able to accomplish nowadays. Drop this down here. Show you guys what I've done so far. You can see all the computer decals here, and starting over here. There's the first one right there. These are kind of hard to see because they're so like inset into the thing. I mean, this could be like just kind of pointless to do this, but to be honest, I think it's kind of neat because it gives like a little bit of techie details and such. Considering if you decide to set this up the way I do, I might use this as the back of the base and this is the front of the base. Everything goes that direction, so it just you have all your readouts and stuff right there. So kind of cool. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Well, the world's a crazy place nowadays. This goes against my rules here a little bit. I have to pick it up with my fingers, but I really can't get it to come down 100%. I really don't like touching the sticky stuff on the back, but to be honest, it's pretty easy to fix that. If your adhesive comes like really loose, like for older toys, you can usually just use a glue stick to fix that kind of thing. You don't necessarily have to throw away all your stickers. I did a stickering a long time ago here on this channel with where I reapplied a lot of the old stickers back to my Transformers train set that had come off, and they were all the original stickers. I had one sticker I think that was not original that I had to put on there because I didn't have an Autobot emblem for that one side. I think it must have gotten lost or something. But I just reapplied all the stickers with just a glue stick. It worked really well. And they're still applied pretty well, even today. So, anybody out there says anything about using glue sticks and stuff like that being like a bad idea, they're completely wrong. They're fine. Yeah, it's a cheap, poor man's way out, but guess what? Most of us are poor. We don't have a whole lot of money, and if we're spending money on our toys, we don't want to spend money on brand new sticker sheets every time something goes wrong. So you can actually salvage stickers pretty easily. But if you need really, really good stickers, I recommend Toy Hacks to resticker anything you want to get. So they pretty much have almost everything on there. Especially since the YouTuber I've been following for a very long time goes by the name of Toy Bloy. He's actually done a lot of Star Wars stickers lately on there. For you guys out there that have your Millennium Falcons and such that need new stickers. He's got an entire sticker sheets on there now for that. For high quality, just like this. And highly recommend doing that. I think he actually has mask vehicles on there too, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know Toy Ploy had been working on mask vehicles as well. I don't think he has them all, but he has several. He's been really working on trying to do a whole lot of that. There is a guy I've been following on eBay that actually does reproduction generation 2 stickers, which I myself was going to get into, but it's so difficult to do. I've done a few repro sticker sets for just my own use that I decided to share with everybody. I do have somebody that had suggested the laser rods, so I've been working on a repro set for those, because I know sometimes the laser rod sticker on the back of the robot, or usually on the top, gets kind of worn away. That's the only sticker it's on those, honestly. The rest of them are tampos, so it's not really that difficult to fix. But yeah, I've been working on trying to get a decent quality setup for that, so that way you guys can have stickers for your laser rods out there, because laser rods are not getting enough love. I'm sorry, Laser Prime gets all love, but no laser rods, kind of weird. Let's see here. And an alert sticker. There we go. That adds so much more to that, adding those stickers on the inside. Now all this greebly in here actually gets covered up by all this, which I really don't want to do. I don't think I need to take away from what greebly it already has. It's already got enough awesome stuff going on the inside. I'm just double checking everything else to make sure it all looks okay. I have these cautionary ones, and I wonder where those go. This would be kind of neat to put on here somewhere. Okay, they're part of the flooring. So I don't think I necessarily need to put those there, because you won't really even see those. Oh. These stickers go here on the inside of these. I'm going to do those, because that's actually, you know what? Should I not? I don't think I'm going to bother with that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. Let's trying to think if there's any more stickers I really want to use. So I'm all about stuff being even and looking right. Probably not. I do have these Western Star ones, but I don't know what the heck this other thing is. Like, is this supposed to be like an emblem that goes on the front of the truck or something? I'm not really sure what that piece goes to. Yeah, I think I'm going to be sticking with what the toy looked like. Because even the toy truck itself didn't have the G2 emblem on the truck. Nope. Well, I would say that's probably all I'm going to be doing on this one. I've done a lot to this thing. Like, this thing looks 10 times better now. I'm putting the stickers here up and put it together real quick and show you guys what this thing looks like. I cleaned my mess up here because, you know, it's amazing what you can do when you make a mess doing your hobbies. Let's see, there's a drop one down there. Come on. This will end up going in my Ripper label box. And this plugs in here. And the sword. Plugs right in there. Okay. This closes up. Feels like a whole brand new toy now since it's been decaled up the way I have it. It does. It looks completely different. Now that's what laser primes should look like. Brief. This thing looks amazing now. Check that trailer out now. It just looks sharp with all the add-on parts and the decals being on top like it is, you know, nice and shiny. Yeah, it does. It looks phenomenal. I'm such a fan of this thing. The fact that I just added those stickers to the front end, this makes this feel more like the original toy, which is great. It's too bad they got rid of the lights and sound gimmicks and all that stuff. Like, I kind of wish they would have left some of that in. That would have been kind of cool if they could have done that somehow with the modern engineering, but they just cheaped out. But that's fine. That's just my own gripe on that. Let's see here. Let's try that. It's up here. It's up here. Believe me, I'm trying to get better at this transformation, so. I mean, honestly, it's a pretty smart transformation for modern engineering, but in some ways I think it's a little over-engineered. They could have, honestly, they could have just re-released the original toy, just made it a little smaller, and I don't know. I don't think anybody really would have cared, to be honest. I know I wouldn't have. Maybe if they like downsized it or something. Can you imagine that, a downsized version of that toy? That'd be kind of crazy. Even with like all the electronic gimmicks, that'd be nuts. Okay, let's see here. Close this up. Let's flip these down. Come here. There it goes. Oh, might help if I fold in the windshield and stuff before I do that. See, this is stuff I forget. There it goes. And put that in. Like that. On these side skirts. These up. Close up front. Oh, come on, I know you close. Close these up. I've had so many people complain about Prime's toes sticking out on things, and I'm like, why? I think it's great. I've got to do that finishing touch of flipping out the fuel tanks. That's going to kind of hold it together because you can't really hold it perfectly, but there you go. It's a good look at the truck all together. I love having my Optimus Prime there on the side. I just think that looks sharp. It just works. This whole toy just works so well. It's very nice. The fact that the this trailer extension really kind of helps turn the cab a lot better, especially since you have these rockets sticking out on the side. I do like it a lot. It's a very sharp looking truck now. Well, anyway, guys, I'm going to go take a break now because I've done a lot here for like the past couple hours. This has been a pretty long stream. It's been a long time since I've done this. I'll catch you guys later. And you guys stay tuned. I'll have more Transformers awesome stuff coming your all's way. That's it for now. This has been Plasticon. This is me signing off.